Hey guys, Greg Medford from Medford Knife and MKT USA. Today we're going to talk about inspections. It's not sexy, it's not glamorous, it's not as cool and engaging as the rest, but I want to give you an idea of what we look for in every single knife that we pick up, every single time we put our signature or seal of approval on something before it leaves. Come on. I want to walk you through kind of a typical inspection process. Every single knife, and I have like a little, I kind of have a routine that I go through walking around a knife. If you're ever running into me at a knife show and I open up a knife, it'll go like this. I kind of look at the knife on the outside. I look at the spacing of it, top and bottom. I'll thumb it open by hand, make sure it opens and closes nicely, and I check the lock engagement. As soon as I've gotten to that point, then I go back and I start my true inspection. I feel and look for burrs on screws. I do side lash. I check the pin for center, tip for center. If I find something like I just did, I write the note, tip center. I check the pin for center. Check the outside screws, check the clip that it's the right height or touching as it's supposed to be. I open the blade a little, I check it for side lash. I open it 2/3 of the way, I check it for pivot lash. I open it all the way up, I check it for any lock rock, any side lash. I back strike it. I want to feel the break 3 times. How does it break out of lock? 3 times. I close it and I check it for lash again. Do a hard lock, check it for sticky. Close it, I feel detents positive and strong, tips disappeared. I run my hands all over it and I'm done. So this knife's been sculpted real lovely, and when they sculpted these corners, they got down into the meat here and it's really sharp. I think the knife's too sharp feeling in my hands and I don't like it. The knife is for customer, so I'm gonna write scale's too sharp. It's a beautiful knife, but I'm concerned about that. Every single knife I will go through and do this with. Let's dive into the next one. I look at it, I feel it, check it for center, tip center. I feel it, check it for loose, clips at the right height. If I'm not sure, I'll take it out, throw it on my pocket, see if it goes in nicely. I like it. I want to open it up once. I feel it for side lash, top and 2/3, lock it out, back strike it. No wiggle, no play. I know the attitude of a lot of these little guys. I know some of the common maladies that pop up, so I look for those. Guy is good. This knife's a total pass. Great little knife. When they get kicked back, they get notes, they sit off to the side and they work their way back into the room. They get some adjustments and come back out. Hey Jason, would you poke your head over here for a sec? Did you do this guy right here? That looks like your handiwork.
Yes.
Here. What do you think of the handle?
Nice. Buttery. What do you think of it?
think it's sharp around the edges. What's that? Yeah, and then I mean the top's real sharp. I mean it's absolutely lovely. I think it's fantastic. I feel like it needed a little chamfer put on after those corners got knocked down.
Yes, sir.
I just wanted to have a chat with you about it and see what your thoughts were. I think the sculpting on it's absolutely lovely, but when we do these angled bits here and they cut down in through your chamfer, now you've got these really hard sides. And I know who this is going to. This is going up to a customer in Chicago. It's kind of jewelry oriented, and I think their guys are going to squawk about that. So, what do you think about pinstriping the corners on it?
That's fine.
They're cool? All right, I'll get a minimal teardown done on it and send it back for minimal pinstriping, okay? And I think it's lovely. It's great. But you and I, unfortunately, we've got bare hands. Yours are a little more bearish than mine. Yeah, that was my only. I'm super bummed about it. All right. Thanks, man. Cool sculpting though. So, guy's a master craftsman, and I have a conversation like that. It bites a little bit, but it's part of the process. You know, we've all got to be kind of like it's kind of like a pilot debrief. You know, there's no rank with pilots. You know, it either is safe or it's not safe. Grab onto it like you're going to stab somebody. Hold on to it. Is it talking to you at all? What do you think about the knife mechanically overall?
I think it's good.
It's a good knife.
Good knife.
No question about it.
Yep.
Cosmetically, what do you think about it?
I think it's pretty.
It's SAF, man. It's sexy as fuck, right? What's wrong with it? All right, check tip center.
Okay. Yeah, it's favoring spring.
Yep. And then open it up and grab your hand onto it. Do you feel the four edges of it like you're grabbing onto a box?
Oh, look, is that soft enough? That's what you're saying there.
So you're not used to it, so it's not talking to you. Right. So remember when you see sculpting, especially where they're sculpting around the outside,
right,
it gives it this nice organic oval feel, but it's biting down into our 30-thou chamfer that we know disappears in the hand. So the chamfer's gone because of the sculpting. It needed a little micro chamfer done around it.
Only this distracts you from that.
Yeah, yeah. So this knife needs to go back. I think it needs to get pinstriping around the outer edge of both blue scale.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
So I wrote it on there, tip center and
Gotcha.
Scales are a little bit too sharp around the edges.
I appreciate that, because you're right. Just the.
That's why I did this. It wasn't to show off for the camera.
Yeah.
I thought it was.
Flex you completely, like.
Yeah, it's like a super hot waitress with microwave lasagna.
Nothing.
You're like, this restaurant's awesome.
Right.
It's awesome. And the lasagna is microwaved. You remember when we had that happen, Amy, at, was that when we went to the, or, no, it was, remember we went over the west side and we tried out and we ordered, and the place was hopping, the ambiance was great, and I'm like, the food is good, and it was microwaved food.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah. It's like that. That's what sexy handles can do. They can distract it from, at the end of the day, you got to run your hands around it and feel it like that. Every single knife, same process. Feel, look, listen. Feel for lash, Lock it out, look at engagement, back strike. Listen to the detent. Check it all the way around. Lovely, lovely knife. Guys, that's inspection. There's no way, you have to really be a knife maker to do it. The subtlety that we're feeling, that I feel in my hands, drives people crazy. It's very, very small. It's very, very subtle. And I'm thinking about my most persnickety, pain in the ass, never gonna use it, engineer, Los Angeles, New York, collector, OCD, kind of perfectionist, drives everyone else in their life a little crazy. I'm thinking about that customer that, like, I know the two guys in my history are the craziest batshit nutty customers I've ever had. And I go, if this knife goes to someone like them, will it be okay? And that's kind of what I'm looking for. That's my bar for, you know, like, how's the lock slip? Okay, well, with those guys, what up? Nope. They'd be like, junk, junk, junk. So I have that, which drives people crazy, but they don't know where these knives are going. We don't know where they're going, so I just bring everything up to that standard. All right, guys, that's inspection. It's brutal, it's honest, it's unrelenting, and that's the extension of our relationship with you. It's where we really physicalize the act of bringing the best product imaginable to the marketplace to keep you guys the happiest over time. Don't forget, if you want to do a deeper dive, stop by medforduniversity.com. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and all those other places on social media you know about.